Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. I'm so excited you guys are here. Hey. Yay. All right, guys. So I kind of want to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen from now on, okay? Um, because I am starting a summer art, like a virtual camp, um, if I do weekly paintings while I'm doing that, then a lot of people might not sign up, is kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to take a break during that time and then I'll restart again, except for I will still do one monthly painting for both June and July. For June, I will do a Father's Day, and then for July, we'll do a patriotic 4th of July sort of thing, okay? So I hope that you will stick around for those. I hope that some of you are hoping to sign up for the virtual art camp. If you have any questions on those, please do let me know and I can answer anything that you might have questions on. It will be 6 paintings that we haven't done before. It will be like a tutorial like this, but obviously not live. So I will go through the whole thing without stopping, and then you guys can, well, with words, obviously. I will do step by step, every step, and then I will send those out every week for 6 weeks, okay? And it is for all ages, yes. So there will be just enough variety for any age to be able to do it. We'll be doing 2 animals, like a fruit and an ice cream cone, and then we'll be doing a landscape and an underwater seascape. Okay, so should be really fun. Like the landscape and the underwater seascape might be a little bit more intermediate, but I'm making sure that I do them so that everyone could join in your family. That's why I said you can buy one per household, because as many kids as you have in your house can do the same painting together. Okay? So I just wanted to get that out there. And I hope that will you still be doing date nights during the 6 weeks? I will not be doing the date nights. That's another thing I need to talk to you guys about. Date night, next one will be in June. But I'll have to tell you, I'll probably also do one for each month, okay? So not every other week. Life is starting to pick up, and we have baseball and all these things around here. We're on code yellow, so just things are changing, and so I also have to be sure that I am a mom. Saturday night class. So this Saturday I will not be doing the night class. We are going to be I'm going to be out of town. So I'm sorry. I'm allowed to use the colored pencils in this fit. You can, but I will be using paint. So just try and accommodate it as you need to, okay? So we will not be doing date night this week. So sorry. I will try and see if I can do it next week, so first weekend in June. Let me just make sure, and I will get back to you guys beginning of next week if we are, okay? But don't worry, I'll give you plenty of time to get ready for it. I won't just like throw it at you without letting you know. Okay, are we ready to get started today? We are doing a cute turtle. I will show you. Okay, again, I just did it on paper, but this is our cute little friend that we're gonna be doing today. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? Like I always say, They always look a little bit different once we put it on paper again, so they never look exactly the same. So don't be like, bro, but your first one looked like this. Well, I can never recreate perfectly. So let's just hope that you enjoy it, okay? All right, so for those of you who are joining us for the first time today, we need 5 colors of paint every week. It is black, white, and then I have yellow, blue, and red, okay? I also have with me 2 paintbrushes, one round brush that comes to a tip, and then I also have a flat brush, okay? If you have any flat brushes that are even bigger, it will help those of you with littler hands finish the background faster. So if some of you want to have 3 paintbrushes, totally recommend that if you have anything bigger than this. Okay, and then I also have a cup of water and some paper towels, okay? And then my palette and my canvas. As I do this, you won't be seeing my face as much, so don't be dismayed. I'll show you all the steps, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start by putting my paint on my palette. I'm gonna start with white and then blue. Kind of leave some space in between your colors because you will be mixing and you will want to have space to mix. Okay, once I'm done putting mine on, I will show you what my plate looks like, okay? So I did kind of like a quarter-sized dollop of each color. You will probably run out of some of these and you'll just have to replenish, okay? All right, so if we look at my draft, the water goes from light blue to dark blue. So we're gonna start with that step first, okay? Number 1 rule is make sure that when you put paint down, you're not leaving globs of paint, okay? Anywhere, because those do not dry as fast. And then when we try and do something on top of that, then it will mix with what we're trying to do, okay? So I'm gonna start by mixing my white, some white and blue. And I'm gonna do like 3 parts white because I almost want it to be, I want it to be really light. And if you, okay, here's another thing. If you only have 1 blue, that's fine. If you have a darker blue than what you're starting with, then grab that too. If like, I grabbed this lighter blue, but I also have this dark blue that I can work with towards the bottom. If you don't have a dark blue, you can always add a tiny bit of black to your blue, okay? But let's just start with our light blue first. I don't want it to be white because I want you to see bubbles on top of it, but I do want it to be a very light blue, okay? So we're gonna do like a third really light blue, then a medium blue, then your true blue, okay? So I'm gonna start up top. Also, here's another thing. I don't want you to do this one horizontal strokes. I want you to kind of do it vertical and kind of like all directions, okay? Because you want it to look like moving water. So I'm just going a little crazy here. So I go all over, I'm just trying to fill up the space. But all my strokes are going up and down and in X's. It's like I'm doing X's over and over, okay? If that makes sense. Because I kind of want that like movement in the background, okay? Sometimes if we just do strokes like horizontal strokes, then it's really nice and blended, but then you don't see any movement. And I want that in this painting. What else was I gonna say? I'm wondering how schools are gonna go back to, like, what schools are gonna go back when the summer's over. I've been thinking a lot about that. Because if we continue to not go back to school, I will continue to do these, okay? I don't want you guys forgetting how to do your art. Okay, so once I'm about 1/3 of the way down, oh, see, this side is a little bit crooked. Let me see, that looks better. Okay, so once I'm about 1/3 of the way down, then I'm gonna add a little bit more blue to that color, okay? I'm not cleaning off my brush or anything. I'm just mixing in a little bit more blue. And I'm going right into it. So same thing, I start, that might even be a little too dark. You want there to be like a change, but not super drastic, okay? So here's what I do, okay? When I want to mix this lighter color with this darker color, all I do is I just keep doing X's until I reach a point where they both just collide, okay? And they just become one color. So I start a little bit under, just like if we were doing blending colors, and then I keep doing X's all the way up until it kind of mixes together. See that? That's exactly what I want you to do. So we start a little bit under, and then we go all the way up until it becomes one, okay? Alexa, play chill instrumental music. I forgot my music today. What the heck?
Instrumental Chill on Amazon Music.
All you can hear is my kids playing upstairs. Alexa, play chill instrumental music. She doesn't listen.
The playlist Instrumental Chill on Amazon Music.
There we go. Now we're talking. Gosh, Alexa. Okay, so if it's too dark, you can just add a little bit of white to it. If you are fine with it, then just add a little bit darker color at the bottom, okay? Okay, once I'm about 1/3 of the way down, then I go in with my true blue that I poured. Guys, I don't know what happened to the station, but when I first put it on, the first time I did it for class, it was like classical, okay? Like pretty, just song, not classical, but just like pretty songs that were just turned to instrumental songs. And now it's like full on, like jazzy jazz. I don't even know. Half the time I'm like, what is this? Alexa, play classical music. Let's try this.
Sure. Here's a station you might like. Ultimate Classical on Amazon Music.
Oh my gosh. I am not doing so hot with the... Oh, you know what? I heard this one was good. Alexa, play Disney lullabies.
Here's a playlist you might like. Disney Lullabies on Amazon Music.
I heard this is good. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Okay, but see how my color is just changing gradually down? That's exactly what I want, okay? What we want to do is just like keep doing X's all the way up until they kind of mix together, okay? It looks so pretty. Okay, so remember, if you have littler hands, a bigger brush might be beneficial to you because this could be done a lot faster. So, okay, so once it's all covered, then I'm just going to go in X's all over and make sure that there's not any places where there's a lot of wet paint. So my brush is basically dry, but I'm going in and just making sure all those colors are blended in like that. Okay, this is step number 1. You are done. Let me know when you are done with this part. I'm gonna give it a minute for you guys to catch up, okay? And then once I'm done with that, then I just clean off my brush, okay? Wow, look at you, some of you are already done. For some reason, sometimes backgrounds are a little bit, take people a lot different times to finish, depending on what technique you're wanting to use. So, give me a thumbs up if you're here. Awesome. All right, so once we're there, you're gonna grab your thinner brush because we're gonna do some outlines, okay? In this step, it's okay if a little bit of your white gets mixed in with the blue. We just want to create an outline so we know where things are gonna go, okay? So I don't want you grabbing a ton of white at a time. And I can wait, I'm just talking right now. I don't want you to grab a ton of white paint at a time. If you run out as you're doing an outline, just grab a little bit more because I don't want like big thick lines to be working with. We want almost for it to like kind of fade into the background, okay? All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna start doing the outline. So I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of white. And I want you to look at my turtle shell, okay? It is not a perfect circle. It kind of goes so it goes like a little bit whiter up top, and then it kind of comes down to a little bit of a point at the bottom, okay? So I'm going to start by doing kind of like a rounded, squarish like that, okay? So this is where we start. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, Addison, it's Addison's birthday today. Thank you for joining me for your birthday. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm sorry, Alicia. That does happen to me too. Sometimes I'll be talking to my mom or a friend on the phone and she'll talk to hers and then it'll make mine do things. Sorry about that. Okay, so kind of like a rounded square right here, like the top of a square, but a little bit rounded on the edges. And then down here, we're just gonna go like so, okay? hold on, this. Okay. Are we here? Can you show the finished product? Yes, I can show the finished product. This is it. So, do you want it to be this big or a little bit smaller? I kind of made it a little bit smaller on my painting, but I can easily make it bigger if you guys want it bigger. Just make it a tiny bit bigger. How about that? Okay, remember this is just an outline, okay? So it will be totally fine. You will, it's okay if your shape isn't perfect right now, okay? So, outline of the shell. Then I want you to do kind of a wavy line all around the shell, okay? So, I'm just going like that, all around the shell. Got it? Leave a little bit of space, but not too much. Yeah, it kind of does, huh? A squished face. Okay, so we just want to do a little bit of a squiggly line like so. Oh my goodness, that scared me. And then we're going to do the arms and the legs. Okay, so then we're going to start with the bottom legs, okay? Bottom legs is I'm just doing a line like so, and then this one is going to go out and in a little bit. Same thing with this one. It's okay if they don't look exactly the same, like mine. One's a little bit, it's swimming. Okay. And then we're gonna do the top ones. I'm gonna do it right here. 2 lines, okay? Two straight lines. And then kind of like we did this one, but a little bit less rounded. So I go, it's gonna come to a point on this side. I'm gonna show you. So point, then down, then back up. So we get to the point, then we bring it down, back up. Like so. And then the head is kind of going to come up to a point again, okay? So what could we compare it to? Well, I'm just not even going to compare it to anything. I'm just going to show you. So it's going to be rounded, but come to a point and then rounded all the way back down. So kind of like a, I don't know. I can't even think. I'm having a hard time with words today. So I'm gonna go in like this and then all the way down. An acorn, that's right, bottom of an acorn. There we go. And you know what, right here, you can even bring it in a little bit like I just did, because I want you to see a little bit like a neck, okay? All right, so there we go. we have our outline, okay? Now, I want you to do the outline of the shell. This might get a little bit tricky, okay? So, for those of you who get a little bit confused, just white paint, I ran out completely. Oh, well, you know what? You can use a little bit of yellow if you want. Anything should work, okay? Okay, so right here, I'm gonna go down 1, 2, okay? 2 lines right in the middle, okay? I'm gonna try and keep it as kid-friendly as I can so that I can explain it really good to you, okay? 2 lines, okay? And then I'm gonna do a dot right here. So line, line, dot, okay? Now from that dot, you're gonna do an upside down V. That's just gonna be your first little part of your shell, okay? Now, I'm gonna do 2 little dots right here. So we're gonna go down to those dots and then meet at that bottom dot, okay? And then up top, I'm gonna do 2 little dots, a little bit on the outside of those lines. And then we're gonna have lines that meet. I'll wait a minute for everybody. So I did 2 lines and a dot, just to reiterate, and then I did 2 dots right here and I connected these, okay? Line, line, and then all the way down to the dot. And then I made 2 more dots right here between those 2 lines, and then you're gonna connect them. Okay, then once we're done with that, then it's a little bit easier, okay? Then it's just, we go from this line all the way to the top, and from this line all the way to the top, then from this line all the way to the side, then 1 line and another line, okay? And now we kind of know where we're going with this, okay? We know what it's supposed to look like. Now we know what we're gonna do. Where everything's gonna go. So once you're done with that, go ahead and clean off your paintbrush. And I want you to grab your big paintbrush again, okay? Or your medium one if you have 3. I'm gonna use this one. And I'm gonna make a little bit of brown. So how can I do that? I grab red, yellow, blue. Equal parts of each color. And then I just mix, mix, mix until you get a brown. My brown is looking a little bit more red. That's fine. I don't care. I don't mind. I'll show you what my brown will look like. Here's my brown. And I'm gonna go in between all those little lines, okay? So I kind of want them to still show. So don't cover everything. Go in between the lines, the white lines. See how I'm doing it? So it's okay for you to go over a little bit of the white, but I just don't want you to cover all the white because I want that definition in between each one. Okay, just like that, all the way around, okay? So I'm leaving a little bit of the white on top and a little bit of the white in between all my brown in the shell. Because here's the thing, if we do brown all over the shell, then we're gonna have to go over all those lines again and it gets a little bit harder. See, it's starting to come together. Okie dokes, like that. Like so. And then, this is all the same thing, so just keep listening and you should be able to catch up. Then right along all those squiggly lines, okay? This one, it's okay if there's some parts that the brown goes over the white. It's okay. Just do the best you can. And it's gonna look like so, okay? Once you're there, give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you are. Doesn't have to be a super thick layer of paint because there's more layers coming, okay? So no worries. Okay, once you're done with that, then we're gonna go ahead and clean off our paintbrush. Let me know when you're here. I am loving it though, it looks really cute. I can never tell, like sometimes it's gonna be better than what I've done, sometimes it's gonna be a little worse than what I've done. Oh, so fun. Okay, give me some more thumbs up, let me see ya. Okay, now we're gonna paint the actual turtle, okay? So I'm gonna mix a little bit of blue and a little bit of yellow, or if you already have green, lucky you, you just can do your own thing, okay? I'm just gonna mix mine up real good, get a good green color right here. So I mix my blue and yellow, and then I'm gonna go right in here, okay? This is okay if it covers the whole thing. So all the little legs are now covered. So you're gonna do yellow and blue, okay? Okay, if you are having trouble, here's what I want you to do. If this is looking a little rough for you, go ahead and paint it all brown right now, okay? Don't get discouraged. We will fix it, okay? So paint everything brown right here. So then it's just one basic color, okay? If you're having a hard time with the lines. We'll get to that when we get to it. And then we're gonna do the head. Like that. Okay. Now, I want you to, once you have all the green on, I want you to clean off your brush, okay? Again, do not be discouraged. Everything can be fixed. So I'm cleaning off my brush. Now I'm gonna do this little brush again, okay? And I'm gonna go in with red, okay? Just basic red. And I'm gonna go around all those lines, the white lines. If you don't have any white lines at this point, here's, then still let this brown dry for a minute, okay? If you've just gone over the whole thing with brown, I just don't want you to keep adding colors because you're gonna just make a muddy mess, okay? So this is only for the people that have a little bit of area in between the browns and the shell. You're gonna go all around that shell where the white is, okay? And then here again, it's okay if it's not covering all your white. You just want it to be able to see all that. All right, I'm seeing some people ask questions. Give me 1 second till I can finish this. Okay. Gabby is asking if we're gonna have class. No, if we're gonna have class this Saturday, which is a no. And I'll let her know in Spanish. Gabby, no vamos a tener clase este sábado, pero sí vamos a tener una clase de date night el mes de junio, ¿ok? Yo les dejo saber cuando sepa más. I had to change the shell to be black because I couldn't get the brown right. Now it is a leather black. There you go, a leatherback sea turtle. I am glad that you were able to make it work for you, okay? Okay, so once you've done that, I don't want you to even clean your brush, okay? I just want you to grab some yellow and just mix with the red that you already have on that brush. I'm just gonna do like an orange color. Then I just want you to add a tiny bit of white to that. Make it a little brighter. So this is the color I have. And now I'm gonna go right in here and go inside the red, okay? Doesn't have to be exact. You just want to make it colorful and have dimension. So that's why I'm going right by the red. Okay, see how that kind of makes it pop? And I love it when you guys make up your own little changes, because it should be something that you're happy with, okay? So if I'm doing something that you don't love, just change it up a little bit. You know my favorite saying. You do you, boo. I just want you guys to enjoy doing art. I don't want it to be a fight. I don't want it to be sad. I don't want you to be upset about what it's looking like. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel successful when you're done. Okay? Okay, and then same with that same orange. Just gonna go around. Just not everywhere, just right around the curves of the outside. Like that. Okay? So it'll look like this. Okay, once we're here, clean off that brush. So we clean the brush. Then I want you to grab some new yellow and some white and create a light yellow, okay? Gonna need a little bit more white. Okay, if you don't have white, I know that some of you said you might have ran out of white. Just don't add the white, okay? Just do yellow is fine. Can you show the final picture? Yep. So it'll be a little bit different just because this one's bigger. But I hope you like it anyway. Okay, so a little bit of white and yellow and then a teeny bit of blue, okay? You just want it to be like the lightest green ever. Okay, so I made this really light green right here. If you don't have white, all you have to do is do lots of yellow, just a tiny bit of green. You just want it to be different than the green you made here. Okay, with that light green, you're just gonna make a line right at the top of this, right here. And then right at the top of this one. And then you're gonna do a line right here. So this is what you're doing with that yellow and the, okay? And just over this right here. Okay? Okay, once we're done with that, then I want you to do little dots all over his body, okay? So if you look here, they're kind of flatter dots, okay? So they kind of almost look like little ovals. That's what I want you to do, okay? In some parts, like down here, these are smaller, but right around here, you want these to be a little bit more oval towards the face. Okay, light green is yellow, mostly yellow, tiniest bit of blue, and white. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down the middle of the face to start with, and I'm gonna start with one dot right here. And then just kind of, they don't have to be in any particular order, okay? And they kind of look a little light right now because I did have to go over them twice for them to look, to like pop, okay? So just remember that as you're doing it. And you kind of want them all to be kind of on the same side. Okay. So this is what it looks like right now. If you already see the face, look, it's almost like it's fading into the green. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more. And I'm just gonna go over those same dots. All over, okay? The more you go over them, the more you'll be able to see them. So if even after the second try you do it and it just kind of fades, just give it a minute and then go in a little bit and a little bit and try it again, okay? Okie dokes. So now we're here. Dumbo. Okay, so we make, okay, have I answered all the questions? Yes, okay, so Dumbo would be cute. All right, so now when we're done with that color, then we are gonna do a couple of other things. Okay, so now here's what we're gonna do, okay? Now we're gonna clean up our brush. I want you to grab your bigger brush again, okay? And we're gonna go straight into the white. We're gonna do some bubbles. If you've been here before, you know that bubbles aren't hard. All you have to do is just a light, just go in a circle, and you're just making bubbles. Don't make them too dark, because you want to put a white line in there after this dries. Make sure they're not all the same size, okay? Whoops, I got a little bit of yellow in my bubble. It's fine. Okay, so just a light touch, okay? And then I'm gonna do one right here, a little one right on top of it. Kind of want them all to be a little bit different sizes, okay? So don't get stuck making the same size over and over, or they won't look like bubbles. Okay, like so. So now we're done with this part. And we're gonna clean off our brush, okay? Okay, now I want you to grab your little brush again. So many changes, brush changes, in and out. Okay, first of all, first thing I want you to do is make two big eyes on each side of his little head, okay? They're gonna be like two ovals. Okay, one right there. They can go outside of his head a little bit. So hold on, right now one is a little bit bigger than the other. I can never get them exactly the same, but this is good. Okay, so we have that, and now we're gonna go all around our turtle in black, okay? So just outlining. So I'm gonna start, you can decide where to start. Also remember that you can kind of move your canvas around. So if you're working down here and you don't wanna get it dirty, then just turn it around and then keep working on it, okay? So I'm gonna start with these legs first. So there we go, legs. And then like this, and then all the way around these, okay? This is black, outlining with black. Okay, so once I've done all the arms, then I'm gonna go around his head. Oh man, we are low on time, and then all around the shell, okay? Okay, I'm gonna just quickly do this. I'm sorry if I go a little bit faster than you, but it is 1:50, and I want to make sure we finish this before it stops my video. All right. Oh my gosh, the whole neighborhood is knocking on my door today. I don't know why. Okay, and so I went all the way around, and now I'm gonna go right around that red, okay? It might mix a little bit, and it's fine. I just want the black to really make it pop. Okay, all the way around. All in all those little lines. Okay, so once I'm done with that, then I clean it off. And then I'm gonna make some more some more green with yellow and blue, okay, with my small brush. And we're gonna do some seaweed, some little plants at the bottom, okay? So if you see this right here, they're a little bit squiggly, so that's what I'm gonna be doing, okay? Can you show the final, oh, yeah, sorry. Here's the final product. Okay, so now I'm gonna do those little lines everywhere, okay? So I'm gonna do this one, and it's okay if it goes a little bit over their legs. Could do one that's two together. And then the other side, a really tall one. You might need to go over it a few times just so that it is nice and thick, okay? Thick paint. How do we make green? Okay, we make green with yellow and blue together, okay? That will make the color that you want. Okay, so once we've made this dark green, running out of time. Okay, once we've done this dark green, then I want you to add a little bit of yellow to that green, okay? All you want it to do is just be a little bit lighter, okay? So I grabbed my green and then I just added yellow, and then you're just gonna go right along one of the sides with that, okay? It's gonna put me to sleep. Okay, so see how now there's like a variation in the color? Okay, so now I need you to make a little bit darker green. Oh my gosh, what are my colors? If you need to add just a teeny bit of black to the green, that's fine. You just want to do that on the opposite side of the green that you already made. I have to leave. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad that you were able to be here. So just along the sides where you might need to make sure you can tell a difference of the colors, like here where it's like on top of his leg, like that. Okay, and now with white, just over the places where it curves, okay? So not the whole thing, just right on the curves. Like that. Okay, now with white, clean it off again. And I want you to grab a little bit more white, and you're just gonna go make a little C on all your bubbles, okay? On the edge of all your bubbles. Like that. So then you can kind of see like it's three-dimensional. Okay? And then last little bit, guys. We have maybe 2 minutes. This will be up for 24 hours, okay? With the tip of your paintbrush. You make with the bubbles, all you're gonna do is just outline one of the sides, okay? With white. And then here, all I want you to do is 2 dots and then a little line around the bottom. And you're done! Anyway, I hope you guys were all able to finish it with me. If not, this will be up for 24 hours. Please remember to donate. I will give you more details on classes and camps. I hope you will sign up. I think it'll be so fun. I'm gonna try and make it really, really fun for you guys. There will be a limited supply list, so you won't have to worry about getting new things. Anyway, I hope you can join me. It's always fun to do this with you guys. I will give you a reminder for June's Father's Day painting, maybe next week. Thank you. Donate. Love you. Keep following, keep tagging me. I want to see all your work. Okay, that's all. No, you rock. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, my time's up. Hopefully some of you will join after it's over. Thanks again.